I don't know why this is still here, but needed to do this fast because, you know, we went over this in class, the volume. I'll post a link to the answer to this one, and all the other after. I'll post the answer sheet. Okay, so we cross out 7C, D, 9, 10, and then the other ones are review. I'm going to check the review thoroughly, make sure you understand them, because one of these, well, there are potential test questions. Okay, the review, or you need to remember them. You can't forget. Okay, the thing is, you need to answer it, calculate the volume, find the volume. Thank you, Caesar. The world's largest ball of stamps. So volume of a ball is volume equals to 4 over 3 pi r cubed, right? Thank you. That's the formula. The only difference is pi r cubed for volume because there's no height, and then the 4 over 3 for of a ball. And then so we need to know only radius to find the volume. So in all this, we got a diameter. Okay, so we know from a diameter we can find a radius. Half of 32 is 16, so the radius is 16 inches. So we got volume equals 4 over 3 times pi. They say to use 3.14 for pi, times radius cubed, 16 cubed. So you do the top first, multiply all of them together, and then divide it by 3. So getting a lot of calculation problems, so on a calculator we always do the cube first. So 16 times 16 times 16, because it's the only calculator I got, right? And then times that to 3.14, times that to 4, we get that answer, 51,445.76. Divide that by 3. We divide our answer by 3. We get the volume of this item. Okay, so just so we don't make careless errors like I'm doing in class, I'm going to do one number at a time. Did it say round to anything? No, it didn't say to round. So 5, 8, 6 repeating. The 6 is repeating. That's what volume. And this is inches cubed volume. All right, and number 3. The world's largest disco ball hangs from a fixed point. It weighs 2.5 tons with a volume, they gave us volume, of 67 cubic meters. So volume of a ball is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So we know that 67 cubic, 4 over 3 pi is 3.14, and we don't know radius cubed. Okay, so let me go on the internet where there's and calculator on there when there's cube. Do they have a cube root on here? No, they don't. I'm going to use my calculator. They don't have a cube root on there. Okay. So we need to get rid of the fraction, so we multiply by 3. That's the first thing I would do, right? So 67 times 3 is 201. And then we do 4 times 3.14. We get, okay, and oops. Oh gosh, don't they know I have to work? Uh-oh, that's important, but I'll call them back later after I do this, because it can go 4.14 times 4 is 12.56 r cubed. All right, and we got 201 equals to that. And we divide both sides by 12.56. Okay, and so we get 201 divided by 12.56. Basically, let's round it to 16. So the cube root of 16, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, so it's between 2 and 3. So the cube root of 16 is equal to 2.519. We'll round it to the nearest hundredth. So the radius is 2.519, so rounded to nearest tenth is 2.52. And this is in meters. So the radius of this ball is 2.5 meters. Okay, if the volume of the largest ball is this, determine the diameter. Okay, so we need to find radius and then times it by 2, right? So using that, so we know volume equals to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Volume equals to 4, we got volume is 7234.56 over 3 times 3.14 for pi r cubed. Okay, multiply by 3 to get rid of the 3, right? So when we multiply 7234.56 times 3, we get 21, that makes sense, 21,703.68 equals to, multiply these two together, we know it's 12.56 r cubed, right? Divide by 12.56. Divide that by 12.56. We get 1728 is r cubed. Now find the cube root of that. Um, 1728, we get 12. And then if we multiply 12 3 times, because this is saying if 12 3 times will get you that answer, 12 times 12 times 12. 1. Okay, that's how. So the radius is 12 feet, cubic feet. So this is 12 feet. Okay, the diameter then is twice that, 24 feet. That's what we're looking for, diameter. Okay, I hope that is better explanation than in class. I was so honed into using the calculator that it messed everything up. Solve using pi 3.14, write down all the steps including the formula, answer only. Okay, so write down all the steps. We're just finding the volume. The diameter of a small red beach ball is 8 inches, so the radius is 4. calculate the volume. So volume of a ball is 4/3. You need to write down the formula. It says pi r cubed. So volume equals 4 times 3.14 times the radius is 4 cubed, which is 64/3. So let's go ahead and I think when we multiply these, so do 4 times, we know that 4 to the cubed is 64, so we do 64 times 3.14. Oops. I hate this. Anyways, I'll use my other calculator because I can't. 16 times 3.14 times 4. You get 22,296. Divide that by 3. You get the volume of 66.98, 6 repeating. It didn't say to round to the nearest. Oh, calculate the volume of red ball to the nearest whole number. So the volume is 67 then. Approximately 67 inches cubed. Diameter large ball is 16, so radius is 8. Find the volume. Large blue beach ball. Okay, volume equals same 4/3 pi r cubed. So 4 times 3.14 times 8 cubed divided by 3. So 8 cubed is 8 times 8 times 8, which is 512. Let's multiply that all together. 4 times 3.14 times 512, you get 6430.72. Divide that by 3. I get 2,143 point whole number 7.5, I mean. So your volume is about 2144. And this is inches cubed. Okay, and I say not to do those. All right, this one will be a test question on Friday. Oh, this 2 is mistake. Meant to delete it. A small waffle cone has a height of 7 inches and a diameter of 3.5. Okay, so cone is 7. Height is 7. The radius, we know we need a radius. Volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, the radius is half of 3.5, so 3.5 divided by 2 is, the radius is 1.75 inches. Okay, that's the cone. 2 scoops of ice cream are placed on the wide end of the cone, so we assume the scoop is in a shape of a sphere. So we got 2 scoops of ice cream, so 1 that's in there, right? Placed in there. With a diameter of 2.2, so the radius of each one of them is 1.1 inches. If all the sherbet, I should say, if all the ice cream melt into the cone, will the cone overflow? Okay, so it's going to melt into it. Will the cone hold the ice cream? Okay, so how do we do this? We need to find the volume of the cone and find the volume of the ice cream. And the ice cream has to be less than the cone so it can fit in there. So the volume is 1/3 times pi. Didn't say to use 3.14. We'll use 3.14, okay, for pi. Radius is 1.75 squared, and then divided by 3. That's the volume of the cone. All right, and then when we do that, I like to do the 1.75 squared first, and then I multiply it, and that's 3.0625. Then I multiply that with 3.14, and then I get 9.61625. Divide that by 3. I get the volume of a cone as 3.205. Let's say 3.21 is the approximate volume of the cone, inches cubed. Okay, so the ice cream has to be less than that. So the ice cream, there's 2 of them, so 2 times volume of a sphere, because it's in the shape of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed, and the radius is 1.1. So volume equals 2 times the answer that's in here, 4 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 1.1 cubed. Get that answer divided by 3. Okay, so we got volume is equal to 2 times what? What is 1.1 cubed? 1.1 cubed is 1.331. Okay, so let's multiply all those things together. You get 16.71736. Divide that by 3. You get the answer of 5.572453. Repeating. It's 3. Let's round it. And times that by 2. Let's not round it because it didn't say to round. Because there's 2 of them. So the volume is 11.14. Too much. Oh, I forgot to times the height. The height is 7. Okay, we'll see. We'll go back and see. The volume is 11.14, okay? I need to go back and times the 7. Go back so little. I go, why so little? I forgot to multiply by 7. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Not unbelievable. 61625 times 7, and then divided by 3. 22. Then we get 22.43 inches cubed. So yes, it will fit. The ice cream only takes up 11.14, where the cone can hold up to 22. It will fit halfway, right? Yes, the ice cream will fit into the cone. Okay. Number 11, finding circumference. Okay, circumference, remember, is pi times diameter of a circle. Calculate the radius of a basketball with a circumference of 30. Or you can do, instead of diameter, because they want radius, we know that circumference 2 pi r. So that way we find radius. Either way. So they gave us 30 for circumference, 2 times pi times the radius. Okay, divide by 2 pi. And put 2 pi in a, if you use a calculator, you need to put the 2 and a pi in the parentheses. 30 divided by parentheses 2 times pi. You get 4.7746. You get radius equals to 4.774. So let's just leave it as 2.477 is the radius, inches. Okay, volume. Okay, so find the volume of this. We know that volume of a ball is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So volume is 4 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 4.77 cubed. Divide that answer by 3. So let's take this here. Let's do the cube first. And that's 108 times that by 3.14 times that by 4. You get 1363.15 3542. Divide that by 3. You get the volume is 454.38, and this is inches cubed. Okay, the review. Determine the volume of each cone. Okay, you guys should know how to do this. Volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared times height, right? For both of these. All right, will the graph meet? Yes. You need to tell me where. Where will the graph meet at? Okay, so write an equation of a line. Y equals 2, this right there. Yeah, it's 2 over 1 each time, you see? So the slope is 2 over 1, so 2x, and the y-intercept, that's 5 plus 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the other one is the slope is 1 over 3. Minus 5, I think. Okay, so substitution, 2x plus 5 equals to 1 over 3x minus 5. Multiply it all by 3. I get 6x plus 15 equals to 1x minus 15. Subtract 1x, 5x plus 15 equals to negative 15 minus 15. 5x equals negative 30. Divide. So they'll meet at negative 6 and substitute it in, negative 6 in here. That's negative 12 plus 5 is 7. Negative 7, I mean. Negative 6, yeah, this looks like it. Okay, so same thing here. Go ahead and try that on your own, on B, on the second one. See where they will meet at. Okay, your family is in the business of selling tiles for people to make their floors look beautiful. The rent for the building of the store is this much, plus the receipt costs $100 a month, and each tile your family buy is $1. It's fine to sell each tile for $3. Write a linear equation that was up the cost, that represent the cost. So cost is 600. We'll put Y represents the cost. Also the income, right? The cost is 650 plus $100 each month plus I should put make per month here. Makes this equation difficult. Plus $1 for each tile. Okay. That's your cost equation. Your income, you're going to sell it for $3 each. Determine the break-even point and then graph it. Okay. So break-even point 650, the cost has to equal to, so that's 750 right there of fixed income. And then divide by 2. Half of 750 is 375. They have to sell 375 to break even. So to graph, you just make a, right? X is the number of tiles, 0, and the cost, and then the income for it. And then 375, say 500. The cost for 0 tile is 750. The income is 0. 375, the cost is, okay, let's put it in. Y equals to 3x, so 3 times 375 is 1,125. And then for 500, so the income, 3 times 500 is 1,500. Yeah. But the cost is 1 times 500 is 500. And then right here I'm using this one. 1 times 500 is 500 plus 100. That's 600 plus 650, get 1,250. Okay, and then graph that. So there's only, I think, 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. Divide by 10. So 500 divided by 10 is 50, right? So 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And then 1500 divided by 10 is 150. So 150, 300, 600, 900, right there. And these are the number of tiles. And here is the cost or income. We'll just put dollar amount. And then graph it. Let's graph the cost first. 0, 750. 0, that's 750 right here. 375. 375 is about right there to 1,100. 25, so somewhere right there. Uh-oh. It's 1,050 here, so more than that. So right there. And then 512.50. Somewhere there. So that's the line right there. Okay, and that's the cost line. The income line is 0 and 0 first of all. And then 3 and 125, 1125, then 500, 1500. So that's our income. Okay, and then here, my thing hasn't gone down yet, yay. We know that same base we add, right? N plus 2 has to equal to n to negative 3. So n has to be, to get negative 3, you get negative 5, right? N has to be that. So 7 to the 5th plus n has to be 7 to the 2nd. 49 is 7 to the 2nd. So n has to be negative 3 to get a positive 2, right? Yep. So n to 5 to the n power, add 4, has to equal to 5 to the 1 power. So in order to get 1 power, n has to be a negative 3. Okay, that's how you do those. That's an easy one, I hope, for you guys. And, okay, we'll go back and I can do this here. We didn't do it in class. So to find total volume, we take the length times width times height of the triangle, the rectangular prism. So 46 times 25 times 26 minus the 2 circles, which is pi r squared times h. Let's go ahead and use 3.14 for pi. Radius is 2. The height is 25. Okay. So let's do the inside first. So 3.14 times 4 times 25. We got 2 times 314, which is 628. Multiply all these together, right here, we get 299, oops, sorry, 29900 minus that from there. Total volume is equal to 29,276 meters cubed. All right, my internet did not go down, so I am done. And let's see, anything else? I do want you to try this on your own because you're just finding volume. And this you do want to do. Should be okay. All right, we're good.